Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires. How are we doing today?
Heaton likes feet.
Shut
Heaton
up!
likes feet.
I'm not allowed a moment of goddamn peace in this fucking house. Unfucking fathomable. Fuck you.
Yeah. Draw, artist. Make me my art.
Nah, fuck you.
Heaton, you gotta draw something.
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 Sorry I couldn't
We're
toe the line
autistic.
yesterday. James, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'll kill you. I'll beat the shit out of you. I'll fight you at MomoCon. Hang on, let me fucking...
Chat, feet, feet.
I'm taking my hoodie off. I'm sweaty. Dio gave me a blanket hoodie and I've been basically just living in it since I got it.
Me too.
A blanket hoodie, also known as a snuggie. No.
Shut the fuck up!
It's not. It's better.
It's what they promised us Snuggies could be.
I could never like
It's what
snuggies.
Snuggies were supposed to be. Well, because Snuggies are, it's like a flimsy blanket. It's not, it's not the best. It's really not the best.
It's for
Right,
people
so-
in wheelchairs. Don't for gore.
Well, true, and if they marketed it for that, if they marketed it for that, then it'd be fine. But they didn't. They marketed it to lazy white people. Let's be honest here.
It might be one of those things, and I could just be talking out of my ass that like a lot of things, because things that are for the to be, I guess, ADA approved or whatever is a pain in the fucking ass, or whatever it is to be marketed towards people with disabilities. So like that's why people in infomercials look like they're just incompetent. But like it's kind of if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But like I feel like
Snuggies
willing
were...
to believe that it's like it's stealth advertising.
But so
anyway,
James asked if the package came. It did not come yesterday. It'll probably be here today.
What are you drawing?
Curious on what's in it.
We're 8 minutes in, and we don't know what you're drawing yet.
I'll tell you in 1 sec. Because
Okay.
the package didn't come in yet. It may come in today. Because James sent me a birthday present. That there's apparently a prepared speech that I must be given when I receive it.
Jesus.
I don't know what the
James.
fuck you're doing, James, but I'm...
James, what the fuck, man?
I have seen the message that James wants attached to it, and I got pissed yesterday when I realized where the pun was.
Of course.
Oh God.
But, okay, so, as to what I'm drawing, the easiest way to find a reference image ever for our fucking cat is to go to the group chat that we share with Dio.
I love Gigi to bits, but she's a pain in the ass to get her fur right because she's a tortie, so she's just all over the place.
Yep. But she is very cute, and she has the cutest
Baby.
little baby face.
Baby. Oh.
And I'm so excited for when she gets her Snuggie.
Wait.
Because they made Snuggies for pets.
They do. Heaton, hear me out.
Mhm.
Are you making your cat into a character?
So, kinda. So we've joked repeatedly about,
The clock tower has lore.
about the lore of the clock tower, the creatures that live in and near our home. Namely that, so Gigi is the queen.
The queen.
Then we have some other characters. We have Henurita, who is the refugee. Then we have the assassino, who's the fucking cat that keeps showing up and harassing our chicken.
It's food.
It's been the apprentice lately, but
Yeah, then there's the apprentice, who's this younger black cat. And I just keep joking that I'm like, I want to make a video and like draw them as like children's book characters at this goddamn point. And you know what? Fuck you. I am in fact going to do that. So I am starting with the queen. Our precious little baby queen. She is so...
Mother.
So small.
So small. He is very small.
Oh, baby. Oh, the baby.
And when I stood next to them, they were even smaller, I swear.
I had to hold her in my arms today because Brooke was getting out the Christmas decorations because it's allowed, they're legally allowed to celebrate Christmas now.
Yeah. It's been 5 days.
Well, my request was that we celebrate Christmas after my birthday so that I'm allowed to have a birthday. So they're legally allowed to celebrate Christmas now. So Brooke was getting the Christmas stuff out, so I had to manhandle the cat so that she didn't run out into the garage like she is now prompted to do.
I'm just imagining Brooke just scratching their arms. And...
Hello,
hey.
Dead by Dawn! Hello, Dead by Dawn! Welcome! Hello, Raiders! I am Heaton Mitsuru. I'm your friendly neighborhood Eldritch Abomination VTuber. I am the mother of beholding the Sclera Magnae. I'm a variety streamer. I draw. I play video games. Today, we are drawing the lore creatures of our household, starting with our cat.
Queen GGG.
Queen GGG.
Queen GGG.
Yes, Kaden.
So the thought that goes through my mind of hearing that and knowing like Brooke's character, like understanding like they're like my friends come first and all that stuff, but I'm just imagining just Brooke in a corner scratching their arms, rubbing tinsel into their gums, just like, come on, I need that Christmas, man. And just
see you
have that Christmas.
You say it's Brooke, it's Justin.
I believe that.
I know it. You're right.
Tinsel is a textural nightmare. I would certainly not be rubbing it against my face.
No, I'm just like, what is the most Christmas thing you could have that you could jam in your mouth on a tree? And all that went through my mind was tinsel. So it's...
Candy canes, dumbass.
Justin has had candy canes in every orifice the moment he had the opportunity.
Yeah. Wow. Impressive.
I like the color on this one, so we'll go with this.
I had to scroll through my photos twice to find the other characters of the clock tower because it's just so much GG.
Would you be surprised to learn that because our cat is very cute, we take lots of pictures of her?
No, you'd never do that. I don't believe you at all. You're a liar.
We take so many pictures of this fucking cat, and only part of it is because of us. The other part of it is because Dio is fucking insatiable.
I do in fact require frequent pictures of Gigi. Otherwise, I
just get married
want
already.
To die.
Just hold hands already, you two.
Oh, it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with our cat.
Yeah. I just love it's like the two arrow friends you have just constantly hanging out like they're dating and stuff like that. I'm like, just hold hands, fuck. Just like
I would if he'd let me. How am I?
Do you guys want to? Malga just dropped.
How am I supposed to compete with Nanami?
Good question. Next question.
Nice.
Gives her big puffy Victorian dress like she deserves.
Good, because it's exactly what she deserves.
Without audio, what did I do? Your passionate love of we were talking about your passionate love of Christmas. I woke up. I came upstairs to get to work after fucking having breakfast, and Justin was awake, starting his day, and the first thing he says to me is, "It can be Christmas now."
It's Justin. We brought you here because we love you, okay?
We brought you here because we care. We're concerned.
We're concerned. You're addicted to Christmas.
Crimble Shanks.
The queen. Yeah, her pattern's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Luckily, you're covering most of her up. It's really going to only be her face, and then also, luckily her paws are pretty consistent as well.
I can't draw her one pink toe ween because it's on her feet.
Peats. I mean, aren't they all her Peats?
Well, they're on what would be in this particular state her feet.
Okay.
It's on her left back foot, I think. If James, I just saw that poll pop up. If I open that fucking poll and that shit's about Die Hard, I'm going to kill you.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes.
God damn it! No. Son of a bitch! I hate it. I hate this. I hate you.
Go for it.
Demodded, banned.
Make the argument.
It's not!
It's a movie based in Christmas.
It is not! It is a movie that happens to take place at Christmas.
That's what I meant. It's
yes.
Like, it is not, I agree. I agree with this, but in the act of fairness, and it's kind of funny, what is more Christmas than taking down Hans Gruber and surviving an explosion in a tower? That's very Christmassy in my opinion. That's like the second coming in my opinion.
I'll kill all of you.
Isn't that basically the Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie?
No. There is a Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie, but it's a completely different... That's a Christmas movie. It's also garbage, and I was forced to watch it as a child. I was bored out of my mind.
I used to be so obsessed with that movie. I don't know why.
Jingle All the Way just stressed me out as a kid.
Yeah. No, that's valid. I can see it.
You know Hocus Pocus released in July, but it is still a Halloween movie.
But it's a movie about the concept of Halloween.
Hocus Pocus was released in July?
Yeah.
Oh.
His wife's name is Holly, plus the original book is set at just because it's set at Christmas doesn't make it a Christmas movie!
Just because the stream is during Hanukkah doesn't make
it a Thanksgiving movie.
Right, exactly.
Just because the stream is happening during Hanukkah, that doesn't mean you need to. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be helping out the Palestinians in their medical aid.
Exactly. Gigi has long black whiskers.
Okay. Hear me out. Nightmare Before Christmas is not a Halloween movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
Nor is it a Christmas movie.
It's a man's midlife crisis.
It is.
And he culturally appropriates Christmas.
And just like in the life crisis, it takes place in the middle.
That is not my point. It is a Thanksgiving movie.
Because Thanksgiving is in the middle.
All the events are happening between Christmas and Halloween. What happens between Christmas and Halloween?
You can't divide Christmas by Halloween and get Thanksgiving. That's not how this works.
That's exactly how it works.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Thanksgiving really can't make up its mind if it wants to be more of like a Christmas thing or a Halloween thing. But that's only because of proximity. So I kind of get it. Math is mathing. But also I'm bad at math, so take what I say with a grain of salt.
I will fight you in a Wendy's parking lot, I swear. Just
you motherfuckers
Iron Man.
make fun of me because of sandwich math, but this is allowed.
Telling Caden that he's not allowed, that this math ain't mathin'.
It is mathin'. 2 divided by 1 is 1. It was
I
2.
don't know if that math is correct.
That's not correct. I failed math. I was in remedial math. I had the autism that made me bad at math.
Ooh, slay!
I was really good at English, except I kept getting tired reading the books because they were so fucking boring. That shit is so boring. Well, okay, I need to ask this. Now that I brought that up, so I can get away from this, so I don't have to defend my points. What was the most boring book you were forced to read in high school?
Oh god.
Or school in general. I'm just gonna say school in general. I'm just saying Hatchet. Hatchet is the most. Oh my god.
Scarlet
I was
Letter.
spared from that.
What was that?
So
Mine's Scarlet Letter.
Oh god.
Cause like I really like the story of the Scarlet Letter. But god, it's so fucking hard to read. That old puritanical writing style is just a fucking mess.
Oh
I'm
god,
not gonna
yeah.
say boring. I'm gonna say this is purely a me problem. I struggle with anything written older than Frankenstein. So like I had to do Shakespearean work. I had to,
God.
and that
Ooh,
stuff.
yeah.
Hard for me to wrap my head around. Same with Mark Twain was also really hard for me to parse as well.
Welcome to a fun episode of handing a child a transcript of Shakespeare is one of the worst things you can do. It's literally formatted so that you can read it as a play.
Don't fix that eye. Don't fix that eye. It's too funny. Don't fix it. Oh, never mind.
So for me, again, it wasn't that I was boring, but it was because it was hard for me to read. Fahrenheit 451. We read it in high school, and for some reason, I just
Yeah, that's the other
could
thing.
not wrap my head around like the writing style.
My heart, it breaks.
It was-
I cry. I die.
Listen, it was good, and I think like yeah, it's a very important thing, and like the messaging is very important, but I just
It's I think the other reason why like these like here's my overarching point on the whole entire thing, and I think you may agree. Mandatory reading makes reading so much harder to do.
Oh yeah.
oh god, yeah.
It's like if it was like you have to read this many books and make an essay on it, but we're not going to force you what you read as long as it's age appropriate, right?
We did that.
Which-
We did that in AP. There was a list of our like end of the year project, which she gave us a list of like 60, 70 books we could read, and was like, you just got to read 2 of them.
Yeah, and that incentivizes people to read more, because then it's like you're going based off your own interests, not the forced books that are just being jammed down your throat.
It
Of
was
Mice and Men.
super hard.
Of Mice and Men's tough.
They had me read that in my 9th grade honors class.
I never
Yeah.
had
And like
an
I didn't
honors
hate
class.
it or anything. It's just like, man.
Like it's. Oh, did I tell you about how we had a teacher spoil the book for us?
You might have, but it's been a while.
Our econ teacher, who is apparently also a big lit guy, I had a very good conversation with him about Les Mis, which was weird considering he was also the hockey coach. A very strange Renaissance man. I hope he's doing all right. But we were talking. He asked the AP kids what we were reading, and we showed him the book. And he went, "Oh, how far are you guys in it?" And we were like, "Oh, we're getting towards the end." And he goes, "Oh, cool. Has Lenny died yet?" And the whole class went, "What?" And then our English teacher yelled at him.
Oh my god.
She's like, "Why did you do that?" And he's like, "I thought they were past it." Mice and Men's a good read. It's a little difficult for the people who are not as, like... I don't want to come across as like, oh, if you weren't adept at it like me, but like, I was autistic. I was autistic and had seen Romeo and Juliet performed so many different times by that point that, like, it was getting rote. Like, my grandmother took me to fucking Shakespeare plays, like, 2 to 3 times a year, so I'm not the average high school student.
Yeah. You can spell restaurant.
I can't.
Never mind.
Restaurant's one of the words.
Me neither.
Restaurant's one of the words I struggle with.
Restaurant I can get pretty consistently. It's definitely that I can't spell first try ever.
Oh, you want to know what one of mine is? I cannot spell necessary.
Oh god.
I have such a hard time spelling the word necessary.
I always forget if it's like double C or double S.
Yeah!
Every time. And it's like, okay, I'll remember this for the next time. I know that next time I spell it, I'll be right. And I don't! I don't every time!
But I got some birthday money, so I bought more books.
Hell yeah.
There's a couple of series that, like, I keep trying to patch my holes in. Like, pause. So I've been, like, for example, I'm reading Happy Sugar Life, and I keep trying to get Volume 2, and Volume 2 is never at Barnes & Noble, so I just ordered Volume 2. So with, Shikamori. I really like Shikamori's Not Just a Cutie. Also, watching H-Bomb's eloquent and beautiful essay on James Somerton's bullshit has made me more passionate about, so one of my... I sat down with myself, and I wanted a more achievable New Year's resolution. Because I didn't achieve last year's. Cry. This year, my New Year's resolution is that I want to try harder at making video essays.
Ooh.
Mostly because A, I watch them a lot, B, I have so many goddamn thoughts, and C, because all of you keep yelling at me to do it.
More heat and content. More heat and content.
Just a lot of people, well, a lot of people have. It's not even like a content thing. Is between... I think the people who have been the most, like, unironically vocal about wanting me to, like, start doing proper video essays are, obviously Brooke and Justin.
Mm-hmm.
But also you, Dio.
Of course, of course.
And Lio motherfucking Convoy.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Every time Lio and I talk about something for, like, a prolonged period of time, he'll just, like, he'll listen, and he'll nod, and he'll be paying attention, and we'll be engaged, and then at the end of that conversation, when I'm like, yeah, that's a lot, I'm sorry, I had a lot of thoughts, he'll go, why don't you make video essays? And I'm like, because my declarative writing isn't very strong. And then he'll go, sure. I did just sit here listening to you for Chex Notes 40 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, but that's different, you know? Like... And he's like, how? And he'll look at me and go, how? And then I don't have an answer. And he'll be like, make video essays. And I'm like, okay.
You really should go. Please.
So I have, aside from the Urban Spook video, which is gonna be my first, like, foray into, like, proper analytical writing in, Chex Notes ever, I also, So I have I have one video that I've started, which is a video on My Dress Up Darling, because I want to talk about, like, the way that that series is perceived versus the way that it actually is when you fucking read it. Because, like, a lot of people have the perception that it's, like, softcore porn, and it's not. A lot of the reads of the characters are also very, like, disingenuous and weird. I don't know how I feel about it. But another one I started today, I just put it together, or I just started the doc for it, because I'm gonna have to do some research, because it's been a while.
Make sure you don't plagiarize.
Yeah. I'll make sure I don't plagiarize on accident. But I found the title that I wanted, which is, Venom and Kazuhira, A Ship of Theseus.
Ooh, I like the title of that.
Some of you may be thinking, that metaphor is a little that wordplay is a little tortured. Ha 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 ha! Wait till you see the fucking point I have to make. Are you gonna listen to me make a 20 to 30 minute long to possibly an hour long video about a Metal Gear ship? You are, because, you'll do whatever I tell you to do, and B, because I have a lot of thoughts.
And C, because we love you.
You're gay. You have to agree with other gays. That's how this world works. Period.
I was told that I wasn't allowed to have an opinion about Overwatch ships because the person that I was arguing with was gay.
What was the argument?
It was before. I want to preface, this is before before Overwatch decided to tick their boxes for Soldier 76.
Mm-hmm.
Super early in the fandom, I said I really liked, Soldier and Mercy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, okay, go on.
And I was like, I think that this relationship's really cute, and I like the themes here. I think that they're cute, and they asked me why I didn't like Soldier and Reaper, or Mercy and Farah, and I opened with, I didn't say that, but I'll tell you, but you're correct. I don't. And I was like, I just don't see a lot of stuff with Jack and Gabriel that doesn't feel weird and kind of repetitive for me.
Mm-hmm.
It feels there's only kind of one story there. And then Farah and Mercy, my lovers and siblings in Christ, I don't know how to explain to you how creepy it is. Like, listen, is it predatory? No, objectively not, because of, the age at which they started dating, whatever, blah, 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 who cares. It is, however, so weird, that, listen, we all agree that it's weird when, guys grow up and date their babysitters. Like, we agree we agree that's weird.
It is.
That's why I think Farah Mercy is really weird and kind of creepy and makes me very deeply uncomfortable.
I'd say the other reason why I think 76 and Soldier and Reaper is a bad ship is because of how volatile and dangerous that ship is.
Well, that's the point. Toxic yaoi. Toxic old man yaoi.
I fucking hate Toxic Old Man Yaoi. I fucking hate that shit.
Fair and understandable.
I could sit here all
day.
day.
Do you guys want some updates on the lore in Overwatch?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Mercy did not want to be a part of Overwatch. She was kind of manipulated into it by Torbjorn. Mercy did not need Overwatch. Overwatch needed Mercy. Period.
Understandable, on God, and still true.
Yep.
This is why you should respect your Mercy mates.
Yeah, this is why you should respect your Mercy mates. But it does make a lot of other, like, ships contained within Overwatch, like Overwatch the military group, a little bit rough. Farah has been confirmed gay and also has a crush on Mercy, but it's seemingly unrequited. And then also, oh my god, what was the other one? It was a big one. It was fucking, I forgot. But you are so right. This woman is asexual.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no way. I don't see her getting with, like, anyone, to be honest. Like, she needs a vacation. She needs, Miss Ma'am needs her Malaysia. I
ship Mercy with a break.
I ship Mercy with a vacation. Dog, the shit this woman has done for an organization that has been using her and manipulating her since she was very young, by the way. Oh my god. Fucking, maybe Overwatch was a mistake. Overwatch is the military group. We know the game was a mistake.
I think I know another toxic relationship that if I ever hear, I'm like, you're gross. Is Tracer Widowmaker.
Yeah. A little bit.
Not even a little bit. Widowmaker has actively tried to kill Tracer multiple times.
And that's like the only character interaction they've ever canonically had.
Yeah. The only reason why I say a little bit is because there's no way in hell that it's happening. Because Tracer is not single!
Oh god.
Okay.
I inhaled really fast because I was about to make a point and then and then a bunch of spit went down the wrong tube. I'm dying. It's fine.
Oof.
Die.
Die. No death.
There's our sketch.
But yeah, Tracer has a girlfriend. What? Yeah, huh? Don't do this to her.
Because people were doing the ship before Tracer had a girlfriend. I still remember the day whenever it was shown that Tracer had a girlfriend, and people were like, "This is bullshit. There were two reactions to it that were negative. The homophobes, which were just going to be upset with the fact that Tracer is gay, and the Tracer makers, as I like to call them, or whatever the fuck they call themselves, because I don't actively remember ship names of genuinely dangerous ships.
Widow Tracer.
Widow Tracer.
Yeah, it
whatever.
was Widow Tracer.
Again, I'm also going to forget that in a week.
These two names would go off.
I know. Well, I said Tracer Maker, but anyways, the whole, again, only interactions, violent. A. B, I think it's canonical that Widowmaker is chemically, like, asexual. Like,
kind of. Yes, she has been chemically altered. It's not that she's chemically asexual. It's that she can't feel anything. Like,
yeah. So she's also Arrow Ace, so.
Yeah.
So here's how we're gonna do this.
And we could argue all day on how that's terrible representation for Arrow Ace people, but that's a completely different conversation.
I mean, Mercy's right there, so, you know. But, fucking, yeah, no, that's pretty bad.
It's not like it's wrong on two fronts. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
And welcome to another thing, by the way, that I would love to make a video essay about. I really want to talk about, and this is, and I cannot stress enough before I start talking about this, that this is a person, no, it's okay. I was gonna say this, I can't stress enough before I start talking about this, that this is a personal opinion, so, like,
Yeah.
if you disagree, then that's totally fair and valid, but, like, this is something that I feel very strongly about. I think that inherently, the belief that, like, robots and aliens are typically coded as being, autistic, Ace and Arrow. I think that people talking about how that's, like, dehumanizing, I think that's inherently wrong. And I think that does more damage to the community than saying that it's dehumanizing. Which I fully understand is a hot, very controversial take. And it is something I am willing to elaborate on in, like, long-form essay content, purely because I know that that's, like, a controversial and very hot take.
It's also a take that's going to take some time to explain. You can't just do it in one setting.
Yeah.
I will say, making it immediate every single time could be.
Oh, totally.
Could be. But, like, to say it's a default or anything like that, because, like, I could see where you're coming from, like, sitting down and listening to the thoughts in my brain roll around for a second.
Yeah, it's because, like, I'll make a video about it. I'll make a video about it, and I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I could explain it more now, but I'm focusing. And I also want to, like, I want to provide, like, sources and...
Yeah. I'm on the Overwatch wiki. Just because I don't play the game anymore. I don't know all the characters anymore. I do love the fact that Bastion now has a default hat.
I like his hat!
Yeah. Do you want to see something cool real quick, actually? Since I'm currently engaging in self-harm.
On my stream? I'm streaming? I'm live and you're doing this?
I can't draw, and I don't want to play The Sims, and Malga just got released, and he had a titty spray, and I had to add it.
He had a titty spray.
He does have a titty spray. It's really good.
I'm just glad you're not playing CSGO too, okay? That's
This is unfucking
nice.
believable.
Anyways, I put a Torbjorn skin. That was
the same hat.
The same hat. The same hat. Because Torbjorn is no longer racist.
Yeah. Actually, looking at it, they're part of the same guild, the Ironclad Guild.
No, it's
Before.
Caden. It's his hat.
It's his hat. Oh.
Bastion is wearing Torbjorn's old hat from when Torbjorn was a part of the Iron Guild.
It's literally the same hat.
It's the same hat.
Same hat. Same hat. Same hat. Same hat.
Our pretty
that
little pumpernickel princess.
Pumpernickel princess. Can we gush about this Malga spray, by the way? Because, oh my god. Oh my god.
It's alright.
It's very pretty.
Not my type.
Oh, listen, that's so valid, but oh my god.
Well, you like twinks.
Yeah, mainly. Twinks or twinks?
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Caden likes his men slutty and grippable. And you know what? Fair enough.
I like my everything
and Malga
slutty or
has at
grippable.
least one of those things.
No, I'm okay with muscles every once in a while. It's just like, especially on women.
Yeah.
But no, it's.
I like muscles plenty. Just on women.
And women. No, it's just like my beef. I blame wrestling. My beef is more towards like, oh fuck yeah, wrestling, yeah, man.
Beef, huh?
That's nice.
Beef.
Is he voiced by The Rock?
No, he's not. I don't think
Cowards.
it's VA.
Cowards.
Well, he has a spray based off of Molly Face from The Rock, but let me.
I just like, is he voiced by The Rock? No. And then you
Cowards.
move on. It's cowards. That's all they are. Pay his fee. Just fuck it. Go all out or don't do it at all. That's my stance.
I want to give her a.
Well, I mean, he's not supposed to be Maui. Mauga has been teased in game since before Moana, I believe. But his voice actor is John Tui, and he does a fantastic job. Thank
Good.
you so much. Oh my god.
God, I'm looking at all these characters and I'm like, why did we have to have an Overwatch 2 whenever Overwatch is just the same fucking game? Just add the levels.
So Overwatch 2 is no longer the same as Overwatch 1. They have their story mode now. That is a thing that you can do in game.
I was about to. I thought for so sure you were gonna be like, "Oh, it's not like Overwatch 1 anymore. It's worse."
Well, no. Here's where you're wrong. It is. It is worse. It's 5v5s. The balancing is a nightmare. Roadhog has a trap now, which actually is not as bad, but if you combine a Roadhog trap and a Junkrat trap and put it at the same spot, that will instantly kill someone.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I need to look at chat. People confused they made the poster character of Overwatch canonically gay, the one that's used in the marketing at the time. Yeah, it's almost as if. It's almost as if it was an afterthought. Anyway. Oh yeah, so once again, for Justin, who was busy, I've just been wanting to draw, like, the creatures as, like, little, like, children's book characters for a little bit now.
Dubious little creature.
Dubious little creature.
So I thought I would do some concepting on that today. I thought that'd be a good thing to do for stream. So I thought we would start with the Pampernickel Princess. I'm gonna try and do the cats today. So I'll do her, and so the next one will be the Assassino.
Assassino.
You should dress him up like Bullfrog from the Captain Laserhawk show.
I have kind of an idea already.
I love how everybody was like, man, Blood Dragon's gonna be garbage, and then people are like, I love this little frog man. Look at him go. Just like... Have you seen that?
I have not. It is not my kind of thing.
You don't even need to watch the show. There are clips on YouTube, but Bullfrog's hilarious.
Oh, I've seen all the clips of Bullfrog. He's baby. I like him quite a bit.
I love whenever Rayman comes into the interrogation box expecting this evil, devious assassin. He turns around, juice box. So good.
Loud sipping noises.
I got apple and I got passion fruit. Which one do you want?
But I want to stick, because green is GG, it's the color of Gigi's eyes, but also because green will look really good with the orange in her fur.
I thought it was because it was her favorite color, because she's laying on a green blankie.
The blankie in question is both blue and green. But I went back and forth on what I wanted her colors to be while I was thinking about this morning. I was like, no, I think I'll go with green. Her favorite color is the blood of her enemies. It's so true. You're so right.
Yeah.
That being said, green is a peak torty color.
It is.
It's a good color for her. I thought about her being red, but the colors I considered were red, purple, because it's more of a royal color, and then green. But the more I thought about it, the more I zoomed out and was like, nah, green.
I remember Zelda has very green eyes. And earlier this year, whenever she was having medical issues, she's better now, by the way. She's 100% better. She's brought back her weight and then some. I've been trying to not make her eat so much, but you know how cats are.
There.
But yeah, it's pretty.
GG.
GG.
GG. I remember whenever I came to the vet, and it's like, so they have jaundice, so they have yellow eyes, or green eyes, or yellow eyes. Like, no, that's just her eyes. And just like, wow. Oh, never mind then.
They're yellow.
Do you think they talk to Zelda and like in voice chat and like hang out on Discord and like our friends?
I love the fact that we decided, like, a lot of things about Gigi became fucking canon, I guess, very quickly. My favorite being that she is very bloodthirsty.
By the way, to answer the question, yes, cats can get jaundice. It's a sign of liver failure.
Then we do. We also want to save this as our base CSP file. Okay, so we can. Now we bring back the base. And now we need to get a reference of the assassino.
Assassino.
I'm gonna get my big brother. He's gonna beat you in this game.
Let me show you the fucking criminal.
It's the picture of me eating a taco.
This is him. The fucker, Your Honor.
That is an angry cat.
Assassino.
That is an angry cat.
Oh, he makes so much noise when Gigi's around. And Gigi, like, I've seen Gigi's tail, like, double in size. She hates him. She hates this man.
It's a territory thing.
Alright, let me get... I keep turning... Because the buttons on the back of my new mouse keep turning the sensitivity up and down, I keep tapping them with my pen, so I keep turning my sensitivity down. I'm like, why won't my fucking mouse move? I don't want, like, Assassin's Creed. I know the vibe I want. I kind of want Assassin's Creed.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? I can help you. I'm a big fan.
Uh,
I've actually debated on getting the Assassin's Creed on my arm.
I want more of an Ezio.
Ezio? It's
two.
one of the easiest images. Yeah, two.
Italian.
Italiano.
Italian derogatory.
It's Italian points. Let me see. Oh, I found... No, that's the toy. Fuck.
That's perfect. Okay, I got what I needed. There we go.
Oh, never mind then.
I've got the general vibe of what I want here.
Being a fan of Assassin's Creed is like being in a abusive relationship sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes it's really good. Like, I love Valhalla. But then there's Odyssey, and you're just dead inside. Whoever said Odyssey was a good game is wrong. It's bloated. The story makes no sense. There's no direction. It's not even a stealth game. It doesn't even try to be a stealth game. Fuck me.
All I know is that the best John Constantine played the Pirate Assassin.
For
those games.
Oh, Black Flag is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one Assassin's Creed game you should play, it's Black Flag. Just catch up on the story online. If you care about the story at all.
Which you should care. Because Matt Ryan put his entire Matosi into the best performances, and he does great.
Hmm.
He's the best John Constantine. Please, 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 please.
Also, Origins is a really good game. Origin, I mean, where it's basically explaining like how the Assassins Guild or Creed got started, and you don't have to play the other games to understand, because that's where the new plot begins. It gives you a kind of a default explanation in some of the files in the game. It's a genuinely fun open world experience. It's based in Egypt, which is fucking awesome. And it has just a really good, compelling story of revenge and love. Edward Kenway from Black Flag is probably my favorite assassin so far. Yeah, Edward Kenway's great.
Being bloodthirsty is just a cat trait. You're so right.
This is very true.
But so, for those of you who are unaware, for those of you who are new, the Assassino has been... This motherfucker, this piece of shit, has been in our yard several times now, trying to harass the chicken. And he'll show up and he'll slink around the chicken for a while. And then we have to kick him out. I realized if I was gonna sketch these, I don't need to do the blue sketch, because I was not planning on making these full pieces. These are just gonna be concepts for my reference when I do the... Because I have an idea for how I want the art in the video to look for a reason, but that's a secret. But this motherfucker keeps bothering her. So we called him the Assassino because he keeps trying to assassinate her. We presume that he's... We can't tell if he's a stray or not. He's A, not around enough, and B, we can never get close enough to him to see if he's particularly scrunkly. We cannot tell if he is... if he's adventuring or if he's somebody's cat. He's just a little fucking bastard. He's just all around, he's just fucking around our area all the goddamn time. Won't leave our goddamn bird alone. Yeah, you shouldn't let your cat outdoors. It's not good for them.
No. They want to be outside, but it's not good.
Dio keeps having problems with the Duchess because when she escapes, she wants to climb.
It doesn't matter where she is, inside or out. She just wants to climb. And then she very specifically wants you to pick her up from wherever she has climbed, whether it be on the roof of the house or on top of the carport. And she will scream at you until you try and, like, get her. Because that's what she likes. She is completely capable of jumping down on herself. She is a creature.
I love her so much. The
Mine
Duchess,
God.
is a menace, but I love her.
Have I told you guys about her scream time?
Her scream time? No.
So, one of her hobbies, one of her favorite things to do, is to go into the bathroom. So our bathroom, it's like a regular square bathroom, but there's like a big window at the back wall that when you open it, you can see like the backyard and stuff. So scream time for Duchess, she will sit on the lid of the toilet and scream until you open the window, and then when you open the window, she wants to stand like on the open, like the window is actually open, like you could stick your hand out and your hand is like outside and stuff, right?
Right.
She wants to stand on the window and scream into the open air, and she will do this for minutes and just like stare outside, and then she screams at you to like put her down. It is her scream time. It is one of her favorite activities.
She wished to sing the song of her people.
She does. But also she just wants to scream. She wants to look at the outdoors and scream.
Me too.
I don't know why.
Me too, Duchess. Me too.
Me too. A dubious creature up to mischief.
She is in fact a dubious creature up to mischief.
Always.
I gotta get going. It was fun talking to you guys.
It was fun
Hey.
having you.
Yeah. Everybody have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's in the morning.
For
Oh,
you.
not for you guys. Never mind.
I can't wait to find out this cat who we've mythologized as this master assassin out here to try and get our cat, and we find out his name is like Tinkles or something.
God, that would be so funny. It's either gonna be a name like Tinkles or Monster Truck. There's no in between.
God, I hope his name is Monster Truck.
It would be so funny. Oh God, fucking okay. So Sauce, right?
Mhm.
You guys have kind of met. Have I told you the names of her cats?
No.
Meg and Luna are their nicknames, but their government names are Megatron and Lunar New Year.
Lunar New Year.
I think. Oh God, hold on.
I don't know why, because Megatron is really good. Megatron's really fucking funny. Lunar New Year is so much fucking funnier to me. This is my cat, Lunar New Year.
I think I have.
Okay, my question is, are these names a shelter gave them that she kept, or was this her choice?
No, this was her choice. Would you like
Okay.
to see both of her cats?
I would so much.
Okay. So they're both Taiwanese street cats, so they look very similar.
Okay.
But this is no mic. This one is Megatron.
Let me see Megatron. Let me see Megatron. What a good photo!
And this is Lunar New Year. Yes, these are two different cats.
I need you to know. I need to show you. So, Dio says this is Megatron, and this is the photo I am greeted with. Things to call your cat, Megatron, Lunar New Year, shook a paws, and you have to say it in that voice. Good name for a cat is President. President what? No, just President.
I think. Okay, I do have
I wanted him to.
another 2 pictures of these cats.
I wanted them to. I thought about for a minute, like, making him, like, properly stealthy, but I like the idea that he's more of, like, a swishy, like, loud. Like, again, like, more of an Ezio vibe. A little
Yeah.
a little Ezio, a little Sinbad.
I dig it. I think that works. Because you guys, like, catch him almost every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love, this little detail about him, about his, the air quotes, design, is I love his mole. He has a little mole.
Oh, he do.
Because we've said that's how we know that it's him. Because there's a different tuxedo cat, but we know it's him if it's the mole. His most defining trait. Aw, they're so cute. I love that picture of Megatron. that animal is distressed.
Yeah.
He looks...
Yeah.
She?
Yeah, they're both girls.
Oh my god. How powerful. We love the empowerment of naming your female cat Megatron.
Lunar New Year. Well, because her nickname is Meg.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Lunar
Meg
New
and
Year.
Luna.
I was gonna say Lunar New Year feels like, I guess, more of a feminine name. I don't know. Feels more feminine. But I love fucking This is my cat. Oh, she's so cute. What's her name? Megatron. Her name is Megatron. Thanks, sir. Her name is Megatron. So fucking silly.
They are very good cats. They are so similar, but they are very good cats.
Is Megatron named after the Family Guy character?
Yes, how did you know?
Oh my god. As opposed to the robot. There's...
Yes, that's totally Gigi barking.
She was so fucking needy today. This goddamn cat.
Yeah?
Fucking... So, Brooke and I are working in the morning. And she's flopped in the doorway because she wants to absorb the sunshine, as is her wanton way. And this fucking animal is just fucking laying in the doorway, rolling around on her back, and just...
Oh.
The saddest, most miserable little meows you've ever heard. Just...
Gigi
And we're like, what?
Gigi has that dog in her. Shut the fuck up. But God, yeah.
She's just so, like, it was so fucking funny, because she's rolling around on the floor. Like, just crying and complaining. Meow. Oh, meow. Oh, brr. Oh, meow. Oh, meow. Oh, cry. Oh, piss.
Oh God, what's happening?
She will simply cry and piss, and I love that for her.
Slay.
What's happening?
I'm thinking about that old man again. Except, I don't... Well, yeah, no. I'm thinking about that old man again.
Dio, I'm not gonna watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me. 2 episodes. Dio, I want to fuck Nanami. Understandable. I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
You've got the timeline wrong. My love for Nanami has surpassed, or has been around since before I started watching the show.
No, I know that. That's why I said, that's why the order was, I'm not gonna watch the show. He says. He was like, I'm not gonna do it. Then I'm like, okay. And then the thirst really revved up with those 2 episode releases. And I was like, sure. And then he was like, okay, so I'm getting caught up.
Well, no, we started the RP, and you're like, oh, I mean, I kind of want you to have context for it. And I was like, God, fine, I'll watch it.
I was like,
and that's only reason why I caught up.
I was like, it'll be easy. Well, because I was like, it'll be easier if I don't have to stop every 30 seconds to explain all of the fucking show's magic system to you. If I don't say things at you.
You want to know something that's funny? I watched the show and the magic system still doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, welcome to it.
So you would have had to anyways. Also, Daedalus, no, I am not. That is not a kink I have. Could have just watched a YouTube video about it. I could have. I really could have.
You could have.
But I'm free now. We're doing a modern RP instead.
Which is so fucking funny.
How so?
Because now you've technically watched it for nothing.
Yeah.
I fucking got your ass.
Now I have context.
This is how I fucking get you. It's not a kink I have. If the old man told you to call him that, you would, and don't pretend otherwise.
I would not, actually. That is very uncomfortable.
Not a daddy man?
I'm not calling people... Dog, we've had this conversation. It's uncomfortable and gross as shit. I don't appreciate you people putting that on me.
Listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, as I put a hand on your shoulder, and love to be the bearer of bad news. I also think the daddy kink shit is really gross and weird, and these motherfuckers keep insisting that I have a daddy kink, so it's not gonna fucking stop anyone.
God.
This is the curse that we have as DILF-likers.
This is the worst.
Dio has also been indoctrinated into the specific brand of JJK old man yaoi. Namely...
Which one?
Namely, aw man, if only Nanami wouldn't have died, then he could have fucked Hikaru. Well... You know what? I'm gonna take that back. He would have gotten fucked by Higuruma.
Yeah. No, listen, Nanami could try. There's no way. There's no way.
No, Higuruma's a top, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think what you need to understand is daddy's a state of mind, so the word doesn't need to be used for it to be a daddy kink thing. I mean...
Justin, it's weird pseudo-incest. That, it's not. It's so not. That's not what's going on here.
Okay, now we do what we did before. But we're gonna color shift because his main tones are gonna be yellow. We do what we did before and apply the black first and then erase around it, because that's actually just 1,000 times easier for the bits on his face. But on his paws and on his leggies...
He does kind of like an Alice in Wonderland type of look to him.
Yeah, that was kind of the vibe.
And I love that. I do really love that.
Again, I want them to have kind of like a fairy tale, like children's book kind of vibe.
Yeah. Justin, there's a difference between a daddy kink and wanting a man who has his shit together. Jesus Christ.
So true. Your wife would know. As a fellow
God.
Nanami stan.
Okay. So I watched Spy Family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the joke about your finding Nanami. Hello, I can't talk. You're finding Nanami and thinking that, like, he's Lloyd, and then he turns around and he's like, oh shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for fun, I wanted to draw, like, Nanami, Aiko, and then Yuji as, like, your Lloyd and Anya.
Cute.
But also this was like, so it's based on the modern RP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before we had the discussion about like Yuji actually showing up, I thought, oh, kid Yuji, that'll be sweet. No.
That's a whole ass teenage boy.
That is a teenager. So hey, less cute, but it's gonna be funny at least.
How tall are the cats in clothes? I figure they're cat height. I find something inherently very deeply hilarious and adorable about, like, this kind of thing. Like, one of the things I like about Zootopia, for example, is I like when they're not pussies, but I'm Tish, and they really lean into, like, the animals being their real, or like close to their real height. I just think that makes it funnier when they interact with the world around them.
Like you would like the cat's return.
I would like the cat's return. There we go. I want his eyes brighter. There we go.
Assassino.
And then, because much like our dearest Brooke, I also hate working with yellow. I'm going to lean into some gold tones here and here. Forcing myself to work with tones I don't usually use.
Oops.
Most of the time with the cats, specifically because they're fairly monochromatic. Oh my god.
Distraught.
That's a distraught animal. Dog me.
Me too.
Me when I heard the new Silent Hill news.
Damn.
It's, spoilers! It's not looking good, chat.
Oh yeah, because it's
So for those of you who are unaware, because I'm not allowed to have nice things, Bloober Team released a, like, proper statement that was just blame Konami again. Except this time, they prefaced it with, "We're totally still working, we promise, heart." And I'm like, yeah, so could you tell us, like, anything? Like, anything at all? No? Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fucking dickheads. So yeah, we have Jack, Diddley, and shit, exactly, when it comes to updates.
Great.
I thought for sure that we would hear something about Townfall at that Annapurna Direct this year, but we didn't, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. I mean, I'm not particularly optimistic either when it comes down to it. I just don't think, like... I don't think it's gonna be that good. I'm trying to hold out some optimism. But, like... I'm more excited for Forte and, Townsend than I am for... Or Townfall, god damn it! I keep calling it Townsend, I keep thinking of Henry.
Forte looks like it's gonna fuck.
I'm stoked about Forte. I love Ryukishi 7. The only thing about Forte that I don't know how I feel about is I don't know how I feel about the notion of the town not being the town.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's not great.
Unrelated. I feel like blue might be a good color with this color scheme too.
Yeah. I actually really like the way this yellow's turning out.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. It's very earthy.
Yeah, wanted to lean into more brass tones, because I thought that'd look better and still keep the, like, weird pseudo-Victorian vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Almost make him a little steampunk.
Yeah. I like it. Picasso.
The one thing I keep getting consistent praise for when it comes to my artwork is, well, there's two. It's my line art and my colors.
You do have really nice line art.
Cat!
Cat.
There he is, chat.
Assassino, the little steampunk.
Yeah!
Yes. God, I'm sorry. Fucking your line art is always so poggers, and your coloring is always on mark. It's very nice.
Thank you.
My head went so empty.
No, understandable. Alright, last one, chat. I love this photo of the apprentice. This poor cat. He just looks so funny.
I don't know which one is the apprentice. Oh? Yeah. That's a void. That's just...
He looks so distressed.
When it was zoomed out, I thought we were looking at the back of a cat, not the front.
So this is oh god. They are Jedi, I know that much. It's true. I guess they would be Sith, huh?
Maybe. Probably, that makes sense.
But, yeah. So the apprentice is new. I also thought that! So the apprentice is a newer wrinkle. He's definitely somebody's cat. He's way too, like, sociable to not be someone's pet. But so this little fucker, this little menace bastard, I went outside one morning, and some of you have heard this story already, but I don't think Dio has. I went outside one morning to go and feed the chicken, and had to do a double take, because this little fucking shitter was sitting on top of her coop. He was sitting on the roof of her house.
Oh. Oh god.
Like, directly over where she was inside of said house. He was just sitting there. And I double-taked and saw him. And I saw his pupils narrow when he realized he had been captured.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I got up and I had to chase him around the yard like a fucking Benny Hill skit because the stupid cat had gotten himself in, but in the heat of his fear did not remember how to get out.
God.
So the little fucking dummy had to run around in the yard a little bit before he found his way out. Climbed the fence again, this little shithead, and now we keep seeing him in the yard! Poor Henurita, she was sitting in her coop, like, doubled in size. She was so fluffed up, she was terrified, the poor creature.
Oh, baby.
He was trying to kill me.
My life flashed before my eyes.
The only time I'm even kind of good at doing a Spanish accent is when I'm pretending to be the chicken. I saw my life flash before my eyes.
It was the most harrowing of experiences.
Human, he would have fucking killed me.
He would have got me. Me when I am fucking get.
I think she could win a fight against the apprentice.
Yeah. You'd be surprised with chickens. They're kind of bloodthirsty.
She's from the streets. She'll do it to you.
Yeah. When I was little, we were a part of like a community farm kind of a thing. And on the farm they had chickens. Those chickens were terrifying. Like, there was one point where some of them got, like, loose. I got my ass handed to me by one of those chickens, dog. Like, full on, like, fucking, I don't fully remember what had happened, but I remember, like, 2 of the chickens had gotten out, and they were trapped, and we had to put them back in with, like, the rest of the chickens, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was muted again.
No, I'm listening.
So fucking, so it was me and my dad. My mom was doing something else. I think she had like dropped us off or whatever. But one of the chickens got out of its like enclosure, like the separate enclosure that they were in, and so I went and ran after it. I got slapped in the face. I got scratched. I was so much, but we got him back in there eventually.
Henurita has in fact gotten me a couple of times.
Yeah. Chickens don't fuck around. People think they do. They don't.
He has some like high cheekbones, this cat.
They do.
We know for a fact that he's not fully grown.
Oh, so he's a baby.
He's a baby. I don't know if he's a baby, but he's not...
Like, maybe only a little under a year old.
Yeah, he's an adolescent for sure, and you can tell because of the weird way that he's shaped.
Yeah.
He's very skinny, and he's so long. And he's also small. He's maybe only a little bigger than Gigi.
Gigi is so small.
Gigi's so small. I can't wait to apply them together in a height chart, and you can see that,
Yes.
that Gigi's just significantly smaller than most of them. But yeah, he's just long. He's like, it's why I narrowed out the base a little bit for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's just skinny, and he's so long. His arms and legs are simply so long. And he always looks startled whenever we see him. Like, his eyes are always wide. He's always, like, a little stunned. It's partly why we decided that he was an apprentice, is that we've decided that he's learning, but he's very bad.
Yes.
Little bit of a Robin energy.
Yeah.
Just made his eyes wide. Like, oh.
Always in a state of possibly getting caught.
I have a feeling that at home he is in fact also a little criminal. Because
Yep.
he is constantly in the state of almost getting caught. I might also draw, not today, but I might also draw Smokey now that I'm thinking about it.
Who's Snooky?
It's this gray cat with these really pretty light green eyes that we keep seeing around, who, again, this time we've seen him come out of other people's houses, so we know he's somebody's cat. But he's been around. He lets you pet. If you walk up to him, he'll let you pet him.
Hell yeah.
I know exactly the vibe I want for him. So then after them is the ambassador. Who we haven't seen in a while. I hope the ambassador's okay. He should be... I think he'd be settling down for winter about now, so...
The ambassador is...
The rabbit.
I could not remember if it was a rabbit or a raccoon.
No, we have not seen a raccoon yet. Though that might be the culprit of who's been getting into the fucking porch at night.
Yeah.
So you see there's been some criminal activity, chat. We have several wild cats in our area. Luckily our chicken is very carefully cooped up. They cannot get to her. Thank you for the resub, Josh. I appreciate it immensely. Hello, hello. Yeah, we haven't seen the ambassador in a bit. I hope he's okay. I hope he did not get got. The only thing that keeps raccoons from being real-life goblins is they haven't mastered fire yet. You're so right. As soon as raccoons learn the power of fire, we're fucked, dude. We're fucked. I think... Yeah, there we go.
I don't know why I just thought of a fire-breathing raccoon, but that's it.
That's terrible. That's the end.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that squirrels will eat bone marrow?
Did you know that Moluccan cockatoos will eat chicken?
I mean, chickens will eat chicken.
Yeah.
Continuing our little Victorian theme. Has unbuttoned his
Zing.
shirt because he thought it was cool.
He would.
No, he doesn't wear gloves. I've decided that none of them wear shoes, and I don't want to give them hair. I want to make them, like, proper.
I think that's... Yeah, I think that's a good call. I think this is the first time that I've drawn Yuji. I almost feel like I should draw him seriously first before doing a shit doodle like this.
Seems like he also has black whiskers, because I don't see them in this photo. So I'm going to make them short. I want to make him look scrappy.
Yeah.
There he is. There's the little criminal. I really like these designs.
You're going off today.
I don't draw a lot of, like, anthropomorphic animals very often.
Uh-huh.
But, like, it turns out I'm very good at it.
Yeah.
This was something I discovered a while ago. I had to draw cats for something. I don't remember what for. It was for some project.
I think it was the
it was for
Kit Kats, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was for yeah. It was for Kit Kats because I kept rolling
Tabaxi.
I kept rolling Tabaxi. And so I had to it started with I kept rolling fucking birds. Either Arakakra or Kenku.
Kenku.
So I had to draw a lot of birds, and that was where it started. And then I got Tabaxi, and I was like, oh god. Like, I'm not a furry. I never had an animal drawing phase. The most is I had a phase where I drew Snoopy a lot. So I was like, fuck, I'm fucked. And then I was like, oh, this is actually really easy.
You have a good style for it.
Apparently I do. The one thing that I think my art style is not super conducive to are dragons, which is tough when I'm Justin's artist.
I don't know what it is about dragons that are so hard to draw. Like, they shouldn't be. It's not like it's anything, like, especially complicated or anything, but...
It's because unlike cats, whose faces can be kind of, like, compressed to, like... So, like, for example, like, this one little line, and I can draw their faces at, like, a 3/4 angle totally normally.
Mm-hmm.
With dragons, their long noses are kind of part of it, and there's no comfortable way to draw their faces at, like, a 3/4 angle.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're either cutting off too much of their face or not getting enough of their mouth.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Well, at least that's my issue.
Yeah, no, that's what it is for me, too.
I think I'm going to... His eyes are yellow, but I'm going to give him more of an orange tone, I think.
Hell yeah, do it.
He's a black cat as well, so he gets to be Halloweeny. You should, you're great at it. Thank you. Again, I don't know why. Couldn't explain it to you, because I don't draw animals that much, but I've been trying to expand my non-humanoid character drawing skills, and apparently I don't need to. I'm just simply very good at it, I guess.
The first Yuji.
He's very simple, but I feel like he would be. He's only in training.
He is learning. He doesn't get his cool jacket just yet.
No, he doesn't get his cool jacket or his cool outfit. And then part of the reason as well is I was thinking about giving him like a more like elaborate outfit, but then I thought about it and I'm like, as opposed to the assassino, who we don't know if he's somebody's cat, we know that the apprentice is somebody's cat.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen, like, the way that he is suggests, like, because you look at how clean he is. Look at how well trimmed and maintained. This is a pet.
Yeah.
Who just gets out and goes on adventures. So I like the idea of him being a little more, like, clearly this is a child playing pretend as opposed to somebody who's doing it for real.
A proper assassino.
There.
Hey, I like that. That's super cute.
A few things may change from then and now. Like I'm waffling back and forth even now about giving the assassino gloves or giving him a hat. So some things might change. They might get some added details. So some added details may change. I just had a thought.
What was the thought?
No, we're gonna keep the scope manageable. I'm not gonna. I had an idea, but for now we'll keep the scope manageable.
Pog.
I might expand if I like this idea, because I do, and I have an idea, TM, about what I want to do with these. So we'll see. Things may change. But I think I don't have quite enough time to do another one, so I think I'll call her for today. But I like these. They turned out really good.
They did. You did a great job.
The trick is going to be when I try and replicate these of keeping these proportions correct now that once I don't have a reference.
Oh god.
Or once I don't have a base to work off of. So we'll be streaming again tomorrow. Might work on this a little more tomorrow.
Maybe.
Crafty's playing Common Rider. We'll send you over there. Yeah, tomorrow we'll work on this a little more. So we'll draw the chicken, the rabbit, and we do have somebody else, but we'll see. For now,
Ooh.
goodbye!
Bye-bye!